People who say write what you know is bad advice always comes at you from two ways. Like the low self-esteem, like I don't know nothing, or they come at you saying write what you know is boring because your experience is boring, as in going to your job, you do this job, then you clean your house, brush your teeth. This is ridiculous. We are not writing a diary, nonfiction, or essay. We are writing made up stories. That is obviously not what write what you know means. I am a fan of write what you know because it is the same as write what makes you excited, write what you're passionate about. They are kind of the same. The whole idea of this is for new writers to help them finish a book because I used to just write whatever, but I never finished a book until I started to write what I know. The books became better, more detailed, because write what you know is your experience. Like, if you know about living in a family, you can write about a character who lives in a big family. You can actually write about it with emotion that resonates with people because you know what it is. We do what we know without thinking about it. It's an instinct for us. For me, when I was growing up, I knew sci-fi, I knew horror, so I wrote that stuff. Like, if you like a genre, then you know it because you consume it, you watch it, you will be able to write a good book in that genre. I also look at people who think about write what you know, as in you have to know so much about like a job to write about it, like cops, detectives. If you don't know, Amazon.com, you can get a textbook about anything because write what you know. I take it to be both ways, like emotion and what you do, because it makes writing better. If you know about criminal justice, then you can write crime books that are authentic and different. People make things up, so real technique do not make it into those books because I have this because I have a background in this. When I was 17, I was writing out incident reports. I actually had a detective that went behind me and looked at my paperwork and told me how bad it was, and I had to do it again. When you are a cop, you are going to have to go testify, and cases 3 years later, you're not going to quite remember what happened. So the body cam and police report that you wrote is very important. That would make writing deeper in some way. Writing what you know is how I wrote 4 books because without it, I wouldn't be able to. Because I know crime, mystery, that what I write. I also know my dark side, and I'm able to do horror, and so I understand sociopaths and killers, and the why I also write about them too. Everything about writing is about what you know, so you have to know how to write. You have to know about dialogue, the pose, different point of views, and all of this other stuff I'm gonna put up. So I always thought all the hate for write what you know was rather stupid. I don't understand it because knowledge, knowing more, experience things, you're going to know more, and your writing will be better for it. Everybody does write what you know because most writers write themselves as a character. Example: Ian Fleming, James Bond, who is not just a character because Ian Fleming is James Bond because he was a spy in World War II for the British, and Rosina Royale is based on him, like the poker game area of the story. They were trying to bankrupt the enemy agents. That's the whole point of it. And other people like Clive Cussler, he is Dirk Pitt, but not as tall or dark-headed or tan, but like Numa exists because Clive Cussler found it, and all the classic horrors that Pitt has, that's Clive Cussler. And why on the back of his books you see him in a classic auto. People do it all the time. Your favorite authors write what they know. They write themselves. Everyone is doing it. So